Hi, my name is Elena Nathan from 12.4 and today I will be demonstrating how to make tape. First of all is what you'll need. So you'll need one of these, it's a cassava, and you'll need a couple of these yeast tablets. First what you need to do is to cut up the cassava. I made the mistake of peeling it already. You should not peel it first. You should cut up the cassava first and then peel the skin out of it. You can do this by making a serration and then just pulling on it like that. After peeling it, next step is to cut it. One thing to keep in mind while you're cutting it is to not cut it too small. You can also only cut it to the half of the cassava and then break it all the way through, like this. A safe bet on figuring out how big your pizza should be is to cut up one part of the cassava into 4 parts, just like how I'm doing here. After that, move them all into one bowl, and we will fill this bowl with water and then continue to wash it. While washing, make sure that everything is thoroughly cleaned and that there's no dirt or anything stuck to your pieces of cassava anymore. The next step is to steam the cassava until they're soft. A quick tip is to use a pair of tongs to arrange them inside the steamer so that you don't have to touch them with your bare hands. Close the lid to the steamer, and now all you have to do is to wait until the cassava are soft. This might take a few hours, so you can get started on your yeast. Take a few of your yeast tablets, put them on a plate or a bowl, and then start crushing them until their texture is that of a fine dust. Here I moved the finished product into a smaller bowl to make my next steps easier. You can also not do this, but as you can see, the yeast is very fine and very much crushed. Next, you need to check on your cassava. Use a fork to see if they're soft enough or not. If they're not soft enough, put the lid back on and steam them again for a few hours. If they are already soft, move them onto a plate that is covered by banana leaves. This is optional, you can just not have it, but I just prefer having it there. Use a pair of tongs so that your hands don't touch them, so that bacteria can't touch it. Next, you move your already steamed cassava onto a plate and then cover it with the yeast that you already crushed before. And then after you're done with that and the cassava is thoroughly covered in yeast, you move them onto a plastic container that is also layered with banana leaves. This is also, again, optional. After that, you can spread the leftover yeast on top of the cassava. And when you're done with that, close the lid on the container and make sure that it's airtight. After that, put the container onto a place that is dark and room temperature. After 2 to 3 days, you can take them out and then open it to see if it's to your liking or not. If it is, you can put them inside the freezer to prevent it from going bad.